Today is Sabbath day and we will discuss NDE, near-death experience. Today I will present 4 of the many near-death experiences presented in YouTube. Let us see what insights can these experiences offer. Let us take the experience of Dr. Mary Neal.
I was absolutely overwhelmed by this sensation of being home, of being where I belonged. But just as quickly, there was this sense of disappointment that descended on everyone. And the spirits who had taken me there told me that it wasn't my time and I had more work to do on earth and I had to go back to my body.
After what seemed like hours with her heavenly host, Dr. Neal returned to the river and watched as her friends recovered her body.
I could see my body being pulled to the shore, and I could see the guy start CPR. I felt like he was looking right at me, and I lied down and I was reunited in the middle of a very remote part of South America.
Dr. Neal had been gone for over 15 minutes, perhaps as long as 25. Certainly longer than medical science can explain her survival.
Dr. Neal's story is now a book titled To Heaven and Back, and you can view the whole video clip on YouTube. Here is another clip of a child's story who had a sneak peek of heaven while on a coma.
Details. I just felt like I had to ask him, did he want to come back?
I knew that I was leaving heaven because Jesus came to me and said, Colton, you need to go back. Even though I didn't want to go back, he said that he was answering my dad's prayer.
Colton's experience is now a book titled Heaven is for Real. Now let us take the experience of Diane Sherman. Diane Sherman went into a coma during a surgical operation after an accident.
You cannot stay. It's not your time. You must go back. And I was begging and pleading at that point to say, I have finally come home. I can't go back. You can't send me back. This is what I've wanted my whole life. And he repeated, you cannot stay. You must go back. You have a child. And I did. My daughter was 6 years old. And I was divorced. And he said, you must go back. You have a child. You cannot stay. And I'm thinking to myself, who would take care of my child? And as I'm thinking about who would be the one to take care of my child the way I wanted her to be cared for, I was back in my body.
Our last example is Deborah Shambora's experience. Her ribs and organs were crushed when she was overrun by a horse.
I was watching what was happening, and I heard everything that they were saying, and they were back and forth trying to get this done and that done. And then I looked, and I saw the Lord. I saw the Father. I saw Father God. And I looked at him, and I said, oh, I'm going to die. I mean, it was kind of this revelation. All of a sudden, you think, this doesn't seem right. I think I'm going to die. And I wasn't ready to die. Now, he didn't answer me when I said that, but I wasn't ready to die. So I said, I'm not ready to go because I have a daughter, and my daughter is very important to me, and I've raised her by myself, and I really would like to stay and finish raising her. And I don't think there's anybody else who can do a better job than me.
You're a real negotiator, aren't you?
Oh, yeah. I was at the time. And so all of a sudden the Lord spoke, and he said, your daughter was mine before she was yours, and I gave you to her. And don't you think I can give someone else, and I can provide for her after you're gone? And it was such a stark reality check. It was, yes, you can, and it isn't about me and what I can do and what I can give. And I said, okay, Lord, I'm ready to go then. I woke up the next morning on my way to surgery. So I didn't die.
The 4 videos we have shown share 2 things. First, if given a choice, no one wants to be back to Earth. It's like being in a place where there are no tears, suffering, pain, and death. It's like experiencing the prophecy in Revelation chapter 21 verse 4, where God says, He shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain. Second, the person is spiritually and physically renewed. All problems, physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual, are gone after the experience. It's like being born again without the 9 months conception and without starting over from being an infant and grow into a normal person. Take note of these experiences because we may have the same observation in our next topic on the next Sabbath about reincarnation. Thanks for watching.